What's up, everyone? Drew, aka Catching Rockets here. Hopefully, everybody's having a good weekend. Basically, make a long story short, I want to wipe this chart. As of right now, I don't have time. I'm supposed to work tonight, but in healthcare, if they're overstaffed, they'll cancel somebody. I asked for first cancel, but they don't call normally till 4:30 my time, which is in 10 minutes. I don't have time to wait 10 minutes to see if they're going to call me. So I'm just going to go through my regular stuff. I might get a call at 10:30 while I'm going. I mean, in 10 minutes while I'm going through this. And if I do, then I'll pause there and take the call. And basically, if they tell me I'm canceled, then I'll go through and we'll just wipe everything. But for now, I'm going to chart just like I have to go to work and I don't have time. Other thing, I did not have time to look at option setups. If I do in fact get canceled, then I'll look, basically like I'll finish the video and then I'll look and see if I see anything. And if I do, I'll post them. So somebody sent me a DM asking how to label the lines. I'm not positive how you do it, like on a phone or whatever, but on a PC, if you click your line, so I use the horizontal ray, which would be like the second drop down on the toolbar. On a PC, you double click it, and then up here you have different tabs. One of them is text. You type in your text. Under alignment, I put middle and right. Oh, there's my call. Hang on one second, guys. All right. Unfortunately, they need me, so whatever. Um, anyway, to finish what I was saying, from there you just click in the text box, and then here you would type whatever it is, um, etc. And so if you text a line to the middle, it puts the text inside the line, basically. If you do top, it would put it above, and obviously below would be below. I like mine in the middle. And then over here is where you change the color of the line to whatever you want under style. Okay. Let's see. Back to charting. I'm kind of bummed out I have to go to work now. Um, all right, so there's our daily levels. Let's go 65-minute and look at our weekly levels. pretty insane. And then that's that. Did they, is there some kind of news today? Because they're being wild. All right. Here we have a strong low or single prints. And then at the top we have a poor high. So then the same person that was asking about like single prints or strong lows and poor highs, or sorry, the same person that was asking about labeling their lines were asking how to identify single prints or strong lows or strong highs. Single prints or strong low is where you have one candle on the 30-minute time frame that comes down into an area by itself and then either bounces or comes up to the top by itself and rejects. So where you have like a wick like this would be a strong low or single prints. Where you have a few wicks together would be poor high. Okay. Oh, okay. Thank you, Michael. Oh, wait, no, that's not news. Never mind. Right now, basically, let's zoom out on SPY, but they're being kind of wild, I think. Let me see this really quick. Why is this not loading? Oh, it did. Kind of. Hmm. So, as of Friday, we're pushing into a closed monthly top. Weekly top is closed right above. We talked about this last Thursday as an area that we're probably going to be rejecting from. They started acting wild, though. So, at the close on Friday, they sold off pretty hard. Um, Futures sold off and then gapped down. And then right now, they've just about filled the gap. So we're, I don't know how far. Or actually on ES, they filled the gap. Yeah. So they're just about back to where they closed. 588.22 ish. Let's see. That can't be right. $5.94. Okay, so that is not right. 591. Oh, the 594 is where it closed. Um, they're almost back to 591, which is pretty wild. So we're right around the previous day value area low. Zooming out on SPY isn't really going to tell us too much right now. Like I said, they're acting pretty crazy. But Friday, um, overall bullish candle with volume, significant volume day over day. We're back in that area where if we did reject from, we could get a pretty massive sell off, but they also could push up and create all new all time highs. For me, just a very indecisive area. The fact that they're being so bullish right now is pretty wild. Um, I mean, they're still down from the close, but they're up pretty massively from, they went down to 589 and they're almost back to 591 after hours. Um, Excuse me. Oh. Hey, David Ryan. My leg's a little bit better, but it's still just not great. Um, yeah, I don't have much, guys. For tomorrow, I would watch for calls here. I would be watching for puts here. Whoa. And just see kind of what they give us. I will say if for some reason, um, and I say this pretty much every time, but if we gap over these levels, use them as support um, for calls. It doesn't look like they'll be doing this based on what they're doing right now, but same thing, if we were to break through, look at these for puts. Um, Look for the levels to act as resistance, not as like to be broken back through and act as support. Okay, thank you, Kenny. So on those lines, you just double tap and then you enter your text. Perfect. Hot grill stocks, yes. Um, oh yeah, let's look at news for tomorrow. Pretty much nothing during the day. Chairman Siegel speaks at 9:30 a.m. But other than that, everything is after the close. So, what's up, Shelly? Um, yeah. Looks like it's going to be a shorter video, but yeah, I don't really have much. Sorry I wasn't able to wipe my chart, guys, but um, it is what it is. We'll have to do that sometime soon. I was really hoping to get out of work tonight. I'm kind of surprised I'm not, but it is what it is. I'm going to post my chart in Keenan's, and if you guys have questions, now would be a good time to ask. Wow, that sucks, Robert. I hate crap like that. It happened to me once in my kitchen. I feel like I kind of made out like a bandit, where the insurance like paid me out on stuff that didn't need to be fixed, but whatever. But it's still a pain in the ass. For sure, David Rain. Yeah. I was really hoping to get out of work tonight, though. Like, my leg's feeling a little bit better, and I feel like rest would be the best thing for it right now, but I guess I have to go in and hop around and do stuff, so, you know, it is what it is. All right, everybody. It doesn't look like we have any questions, so I am going to dip out for now. With that said, much love, much respect to everybody. Um, is there a spike? Am I tripping? I guess barely. Yeah. Mm, I wouldn't be calling this a spike, but you can. They're in the same square, the L and the M. This is a poor high. That's awesome, Robert. No, it's not a spike, guys. So, um, I don't keep spikes on charts. Um, if it's a strong high or single prints, I'll leave those on my chart for a while, because when price comes back to that level, more likely than not, it's going to react. I don't know how far back I would have to go to find an example, but um, you'll get a reaction. Basically, here's a good example where this is single prints, and when we came back to here, we bounced hard, right? I leave them on there for a while. All right. Well, sometime soon we're gonna have to wipe this chart. Big P, I still haven't got it back, man. the Let me see. There was. It sounds like there was some drama, basically. Where is it? Apparently, I get way too many text messages. Let me search. Mm. I'm not going to find the text message right now. Oh, wait. I was searching the wrong thing. There we go. Okay. So, oh, I guess this message doesn't even have what I was looking for, but I talked to the guy at the gun store. He shipped it out to have it milled, my slide, so that the red dot's a direct fit. And then I guess I talked to him, I want to say like 2 or 3 weeks ago, and he was saying, sorry, it took longer than expected because me and the person doing the work were having an argument back and forth as to, like as to where to position the slide. I mean, the red dot on the slide. And then he told me like, hey, if you want, I can loan you a P365 slide while you're waiting. And I told him it's not a big deal. Like I'm not, I have plenty of guns. It's not like I'm going to die, without the P365. And I told him, like I'm a patient person. It's not a big deal, whatever. As long as it's done correctly, that's what's important. And he was like, oh, okay, cool. And then he messaged me 10 days ago on the 8th and said the coding and machining is done. Came out really nice. I'm just waiting on some 540 screws to arrive, and they should be here Saturday. That would have been a while ago. I might need to check in with him and see if it's done. I didn't even realize he said they should be there Saturday. That would have been, what, I don't even know. Like almost 10 days ago. Yeah, Saturday was the 10th. So, 8 days ago, I guess. Um, but yeah, I'm not really worried about it. He's really good guy, and like I said, he offered to loan me a slide while I was waiting, and I'm just like, yeah, I'm okay, thank you. Not a big deal. Smoker's awesome, Corey. I haven't had a chance to do beef jerky yet, though. Um, Hot grill stocks. I don't look at it like that. Like, um, basically, you just look at it from the terms of like a day trade or a swing trade, right? If you're looking at 80% rule on daily levels, for the most part, they're going to play out in one day. Like if you have um, levels that are this far apart, where it's nothing crazy, it's 3 points on SPY, you expect it to play out in one day. Sometimes our value areas will be, like pretty far apart on the daily. And when you see something like this where it's 7 points, I wouldn't expect a 80% rule to play out on the daily on a 7 point move. Because sometimes we have areas, where price moves really quickly. Like, I mean, I don't have an exact example, but days where we just have like an insane trend day. I mean, I guess you could use this here as an example. Like, you wouldn't expect this 80% rule to play out in one day. Or even better, something like this, where it's just a massive move up. You wouldn't expect an 80% rule to play out in one day. If you're looking at weekly levels, you would not expect it to play out in one day to go from one side to the other side. You would be looking, at like 3 days to a week out for it to play out. If you're looking at monthly levels, you wouldn't expect, 80% rule to play out on the monthly in 1 day, you would expect it to do it in like 2 to 3 weeks. So that's how I look at those things. I'm not looking at them from what carries more weight than the other. It's just how long it takes to get from one side to the other. Um, Big P, they better not have milled off my rear sights. I'm a huge iron sight guy, so I plan on getting, I plan on getting higher sights, iron sights for co-witness on my slide. If they milled off my sights, I would hope that they would message me and ask me if it's okay first. Um, but yeah. 595, yeah, you're probably cooked. Um, I mean, you're almost back to break even right now. Um, yeah, right now we're between 591 and 592, but they're like getting to 595 is another issue altogether, right? You just have to see what happens tomorrow. I mean, it's doable. Um, I wouldn't be super excited about it though. But yeah, you're only like 3.5 points away, which Spy can definitely do in 1 day, right? All right, everybody. With that said, much love, much respect. I got to go to work, so I got to